feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jamber. In the last segment, we talked about NBA play-in from last night, the results, what happened, how the games went. This segment, NBA play-in, but tonight we're talking about the games. Today we're talking about the games tonight. So I'll talk about that, who's playing, what I think is going to happen. Next segment, after this one, we're talking the NAL. After that, we're going to the Detroit Tigers, ending it off to put the Charlotte Hornets. Just because, they're an interesting organization. I want to talk about them. No one really talks about them, and I want to talk about them for a little bit. Before we get any of that, though, tips and donations. By tipping and donating, it really means you guys care about the content that we put out. And by doing so, we will put out the best possible content so you guys enjoy it, enjoy listening, you enjoy watching. So if you do want to tip or donate, and if you're in the live stream, the super chat and stickers are the best way to do so. If you're not in the live stream, the 2 links in the bio description are also a good way to do it. Even if you don't want to tip or donate, leave a comment, live stream super chat in the live stream comment section. I'll see that right away. I'll answer that as soon as possible. And if you're not in the live stream, leave it in the YouTube comment section. I'll see that as fast as I can. I'll get to that as soon as possible. I love talking to you guys. It's my job, so I'll get to that as soon as possible. But like I said, if you do want to tip or donate, which is always greatly appreciated, if you're in the live stream, super chat and stickers. And if you're not in the live stream, do it via the 2 links in the bio and description. With that being said, let's get into the segment number 2. NBA play-in tonight. So we got 2 more play-in games tonight. We got the 9 and the 10 games. 7 and 8 were last night, both of them. Now we got 9 and 10. In the Eastern Conference, you got the Bulls and the Heat playing for that 8 seed. And then the West, you got the Kings, Sacramento, versus the Dallas Mavericks without Luka, because obviously they traded them. Still weird to think about. But let's talk about the Eastern Conference first, and then we'll go to the West. So, like I said, obviously Bulls and Heat, they're playing this game in Chicago, so it is a home game for the Bulls. So that's always an advantage. Playing a playoff game, it's your home court. It's always a huge advantage to have. And the Bulls have been playing really good. Josh Giddey, for example, he's been playing phenomenal since All-Star break. I mean, he's literally an all-star player since All-Star break, and him getting traded from the OKC Thunder to the Chicago Bulls may have been the best thing that could ever happen to him. He wasn't getting as much play. He wasn't really getting that much playing time at OKC, and with him being traded to Chicago, he became the starting guard for them. The heart of their team, I guess. And they have developed him so much into just a phenomenal playmaking point guard. He's not obviously the best shooter, but he does get rebounds and he does get, he passes the ball a lot and gets good assists out of it. He doesn't tend to shoot, like I said. He just likes making plays for his teammates. He finds he'll drive, kick it out. He finds open players to make good plays, and that's why he's been playing so good recently. You got guys like Matisse Thybulle, one of the top 5 picks in the draft this year. He should have been number 1. I'm very surprised he did not go number 1, and he fell pretty far. Obviously to the Bulls, who were very early in the draft. I believe they were a top 5 pick. If not, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. But, he was projected, one of the first overall picks, and then he fell to the Bulls. And he's been having a great year. He's not, no rookie of the year player, but he's still having a great year nonetheless. He's helping this young Bulls team carve their way, hopefully make it into the playoffs. But like I said, they are playing the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are the Miami Heat. They always tend to play well come playoff time, regardless of the situation that they're in, record-wise, who they're playing, doesn't matter. Yes, they don't have Jimmy Butler, one of the key assets of their team. But they don't. It's not like Jimmy Butler was the only reason they played so good and made deep runs in the playoffs. Bam Adebayo, huge center, huge asset for this team. One of the best centers in the league when he's healthy. Obviously, he's a phenomenal player overall. He averages puts up 20, 25 points a game, 10, 15 boards, averages like a double-double. Tyler Hero, one of the cleanest scorers in the game. He's strong, he's fast, he's physical, he can shoot well, phenomenal player. Duncan Robinson, another good forward for the Heat. I mean, he was a great player in college at Michigan, and that translated to the NBA. He's been a phenomenal player his entire career, college and NBA, and he's just a very pure and efficient player. Jamie Vasquez out of UCLA, second year player, and he's really proven himself to be a good young star. He was in the Rising Stars Challenge, and he really kind of just made his mark there. People were starting to notice that this kid's a good hooper, and he's been a good player since college. At UCLA, he was a phenomenal player, helped UCLA. He was basically the leading player for that UCLA Final Four team when they lost to Gonzaga. But regardless, Jamie Vasquez is a great player. But, you got some good matchups tonight as well. Bam Adebayo versus Nikola Vukovic, the center for the Bulls. It's going to be a great matchup. Nonetheless, two bigs playing two really good bigs. Obviously, I do think Bam is better. So it's going to be a tough battle for Vukovic to get boards and make plays in the paint. But it will be a fun matchup to see. And then you got Josh Giddey versus Tyler Hero. That's going to be a great matchup as well. Giddey is a little faster, makes better plays, but Hero's a better shooter. So it's going to be interesting to see how they compete against each other, what they play, if they're going to play tougher defense, who's going to play tougher, who's going to play if Giddey's going to play tougher defense compared to Giddey, Hero, who's going to play maybe more off ball, maybe give him to shoot because he's not the best shooter. But who are the things going to win this game? I do think, even though how well the Bulls have been playing, I do think the Heat will win this game. I think they're just overall a better team, and they will end up probably playing the Atlanta Hawks and then beating them as well to be the 8th seed to then play the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round. We got the second game tonight, the later game. Sacramento Kings versus the Dallas Mavericks. This game was in Sacramento, so obviously another huge help for the Kings. Being at home in the playoffs is always a huge help. Sacramento had some phenomenal players. Domantas Sabonis, easily one of the most underrated players in the league right now. He was phenomenal. He's been phenomenal the past few years, putting up great numbers, helping his team win games. And he's getting very little social media recognition for it. And he's putting up double-doubles, triple-doubles almost every night now. And it's like no one talked about it. He had one of the longest double-double streaks last year. He had 70 straight games of a double-double. And in this year is no one even wants to talk about it. It's insane how good he's still playing. He's going to be paired up against Anthony Davis, though. Anthony Davis, Hall of Fame center, phenomenal his whole career. Coming off injury, and he's finally ready to play again. And Anthony Davis wants to go in. He wants to win, beat Sacramento, to then go on and play Memphis. And if they go on and play Memphis, they would win that game because I do think he's better than Zach Edey. And then that'd be a great matchup to watch, though. But Sabonis versus Davis is really the main card, really the main, the two main guys tonight. And I'm excited to see how these guys pair up against each other. The Kings do have DeMar DeRozan, though. That is a key factor for the Kings. I cannot see a single guard on the Mavericks. Klay Thompson, Dante Exum, Max Christie. I just can't see any of those guys pairing up against DeMar. DeMar has just been so good his entire career, playoff time, regular season. He's just a phenomenal player overall. He shoots well. He's literally the perfect guard archetype. He can shoot. He's played defense. He's big enough to where he can match up against forwards and still play well, even as a guard. His career in Toronto when he won a ring with Kawhi, it was him and Kawhi, not just Kawhi. Kawhi was obviously a huge reason they won, but those two being paired up was one of the best things that happened in Toronto. Though DeMar was obviously one of the key factors for the Toronto Raptors winning that championship. And DeMar being traded to Sacramento, he's helped them a lot as well. He's been there a few seasons now, and he's helped a lot. They're always in the play-in, but even when they make it in the play-in and lose out or make the playoffs, they still tend to play well, play good basketball. So it's gonna be a great matchup tonight. Who do I win? Who do I think is gonna win? I do think the Kings will win. Who do I want to win? Probably the Dallas Mavericks. I do want to see the Mavericks win because, see if they can actually win games without Luka. But as you can see, since he got traded, that's just not true. But I do think that I want the Mavericks to win, but I think the Kings will win. So it will be a great matchup, like I said, between Sacramento, the Sabonis and Davis will be a great matchup to watch regardless. And then the losers bracket, I guess you could say, if Sacramento wins and Dallas loses, Dallas would then go on to play Memphis, who I then think they would beat. I just think Anthony Davis is a better player than Zach Edey, and it'd be a great game in the paint, great game, and just low man wins, big man battle in the paint. Basketball, that's good basketball. Big man basketball is the best basketball to watch in my opinion. So that'll be a match to watch. Even if the Kings lose, Sabonis is still better than Edey, another big man in another great big man battle. It'd be phenomenal to watch, and I'm excited to see how that game goes tonight. That's all I got for this segment. Next segment, we're kicking it off to the college scene. Talk about the NIL. Talk about how is that really ruining college sports. Talk about that. Then we're going to the Detroit Tigers and the MLB. We're going back to the NBA for the last segment. Talk about the Charlotte Hornets. We'll get right back to all that after the break.